Alright, I'm back with another Destiny 2 video. I figured all of the TWABs would be worth reading to some extent, even if the kind of enormous ones have already passed us. Yesterday there's that really big Void 3.0 info drop that I did a video on, and I am not expecting there to be anything else quite that large. Obviously this mentions that here, and it wants to mention the Vidoc also, which I talked about. So we have to see what is actually new here. They talk about this new interactive experience that centers around Savathun, which is like this interactive trailer that they have now. It's actually pretty cool, and there's some new information there. I was tweeting about it. If this is super short, I might go into it, but maybe not. We'll see how this works here. This looks pretty long. I guess we'll see. Okay, so we have, this is like a simpler version of the Void 3.0 stuff. I like these new images. These are new. I need these for thumbnails. I have this one already. And so this is already new stuff that's happening. Okay. I believe, okay, so this is, we are earning aspects and fragments during New Light, but our players will also get them right at launch if we are already caught up with Witch Queen. I guess that's what I'm guessing. So more aspects and fragments can be unlocked by visiting Ikora Ray in the tower. Interesting. Okay, so that's like a New Light thing, and Ikora is the Void vendor, which makes sense because she's this crazy, powerful Void Warlock. Not only will new Hunters and Titans be starting with the Void subclass instead of Solar and Arc, all classes, but all start with Void subclass abilities intended to be more friendly and appealing to new players. All right. They got a lot more New Light work to do, but that's something. Oh, this is the starter here. So they've like pre-selected these as what you're going to get for the classes. That's interesting. Okay. I don't know if we need to recap all the Void stuff. That was a whole separate video. But now we have new info on the Legendary campaign. I did not know what this TWAB was going to be about because they've covered so many big topics, and they specifically said Gambit was going to be next week. So, Legendary campaign info. Some Guardians have been asking for more of a challenge, so the team here at Bungie has created the new Legendary campaign mode that will arrive when the Witch Queen drops later this month. From reward drops to how it will differ on a base level, we wanted to dive in just a little bit deeper into what this challenging experience has to offer. To do just that, we've got design lead Matt McConnell offering some insight into some of the most frequently asked questions about the challenge ahead. What are the main rewards of completing missions at Legendary difficulty? We've got double chest rewards offering 1 to 3 extra chests per mission. Each chest will give you Whirlpool gear, XP, upgrade modules, and Glimmer. Okay. I mean, I guess since we're getting a whole new Whirlpool set of loot, that's something. Legendary players will be able to earn Throne World armor and unlocks at a faster rate. Faster rate? Okay, does that mean more drops, I'm guessing? Basically, higher the risk means higher the reward, especially when getting to the new power level soft cap in the Witch Queen. Oh, I see. So the idea is if you grind the Legendary campaign instead of the base version, you will get higher level rewards more quickly, although if you die a whole lot, then it's probably about the same if you have to keep repeating stuff. Again, we don't quite exactly know how difficult this is going to be, but are there any unique rewards for completing the story on Legendary difficulty? Yes. Completing all missions on Legendary will award players with the following: a new emblem exclusive to those who complete the campaign at Legendary difficulty, a triumph required for the newest title for Throne World, a set of gear 20 above the soft cap at 1520 power level. So 1550 is, I think, the ultimate cap. So this would apply. This would be like a way to boost you closer to the pinnacle cap. There's 1560. I don't know, somewhere around there. 8 upgrade modules. Nice. Okay. New, the Witch Queen exotic armor that is typically reserved for PED Lost Sector drops. PED? I don't know what that means. Exclusive Bungie rewards, more on that in the future. So that's probably the thing where you get a code for whatever, and then you can order your little Witch Queen statue or t-shirt or something. Some players have been asking if this is a difficulty to be feared. How challenging is it? To set difficulty expectations, the Legendary campaign is designed to be harder than a Legend Nightfall, though it is easier than... Wait, so it goes Heroic... Is it Legend Heroic Master, or is it Heroic Legend Master? I think it's Legend Master, so right below Master. Enemies are more difficult and more, though it is easier than a solo dungeon or running a Grandmaster Nightfall. Enemies are more difficult and more aggressive. They also have higher damage resistance, are more of a challenge to stagger and shield shields are stronger to unmatched damage types. Does that mean match game, or they're just stronger a little bit? I'm assuming that means match game, but we'll see. The challenge of Legendary also comes from switching up enemy interactions and infiltration, like swapping out an elite for a boss or having an influx of more red bar foes. Alright, I like that. I like that it's not just flat stat boost or something and they actually change kind of the volume of enemies or the type of enemies. Can I overlevel this content? Each mission caps your power. My voice cracked. Each mission caps your power, similar to the raid contest mode, so that all guardians have an even playing field to avoid feeling like every step is a grind. The mission launch screen will have a skull displaying each mission's max effective power. If you're under level, be prepared for a bit of a tough fight. Okay, so power capping. This is where I wonder, like, why we still have power levels at all. I feel like I can see them just moving toward, okay, this difficulty is, 20 overpower, this difficulty is 10 underpower, etc., because, like, there's just, I don't know, there's more and more things that have, like, power caps like this, like Nightfalls and Raid Contest Mode and now Legendary Campaign. I don't know if I still see the reason for power the way we have it now. The Mighty are forged in battle, but is it that way for solo players too? We've had a lot of aspirational content in the past, but Legendary gives us a chance to give solo players more equal footing with those that opt into playing with a fire team. Enemy damage and health scales to match your fire team, though it won't be 1-to-1 because triple the boss health isn't fun. Even still, it will be enough to keep even a veteran trio on their ornamented toes. We also didn't want to trivialize darkness encounters compared to solo play, so you're limited to 1 revive per player for each darkness zone, and a shared timer of 40 seconds before an automatic wipe happens. We've said it time and time again, but you've got to stay close to your friends and be ready to pick them up when they fall. One revive per player. Okay, so it's like raid rules for that then. How much will players be able to tone things down if Legendary is a bit too much for their playthrough? For those folks that might find the difficulty of Legendary too overwhelming at first, there is an option to leave a mission and relaunch it through the classic Destiny 2 settings. Some players will want to focus more on the story than on sweat for that first run, but that's totally fine. We want to support that. For those who want more of a challenge later, we've added nodes to replay any Witch Queen campaign mission on Classic or Legendary anytime, after you've beaten the mission once, of course. So I do wonder how, like, are you supposed to be, like, quote, challenging yourself for the first run of Legendary? Because, like, it seems like there's going to be a minimum power level, like, you'll want to get, like, even if there's a power cap, it seems like you're going to want to be, like, X minimum level of power, to hit the cap in the first place. So that's a question. I feel like I'm probably just going to play my first time on Classic just to be able to get through it and cover it and then kind of go back and do Legendary. This campaign is going to be around a long time, so there's no reason to not just go back and do Legendary later. That's the way I see it anyway. Basically, prepare to go ham or don't. The choice is yours. Heroes are always welcome. This is... What is this? Okay, so this is something about, like, spotlighting community guardians. It's about expert fighters and newcomers alike. It's about the power behind the mask and heart beneath that exotic breastplate. I haven't seen them post this yet, so this might be new for this TWAB. What is this? Okay, it's a minute long. Oops, I don't have my audio. I don't have my headphones plugged in. I can't hear this. Cool animation. What's going on here? Hopefully whatever this music is not going to get me a copyright strike. Is that a guardian hanging on a ledge? That's not allowed. You can't do that. Okay, so is that just like a commercial to, like, play Destiny because it's cool? Alright. Alright, you ready to join the future of Destiny 2? Good, because heroes are always welcome. As an example, one of the Destiny heroes we were talking to is none other than the incredible Amaze. If the name sounds familiar, you may have seen a few Bungie developers share his epic impromptu Destiny raps on his streams. He kills it every time, never failing to bring the feel-good vibes that he and his community have to offer. Oh, you thought we were done? Oh, nay, nay. You have even more community-driven videos to enjoy. We asked talented members of the Destiny 2 community to answer one simple question. What is Destiny 2? What makes this game so special? How does one even begin to describe a game that has evolved so much to a newcomer? What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything in it? Okay, so this is like I remember when they did this, and this is like a video thing. I'm not going to watch all of these on video here, but that seems like something that could be worth watching later on. Oh, okay, there's still more. Exotics. Oh, look at this. Look at that. That is a beauty. We've seen that in the trailer. I really like that. This is a Titan helmet that does something. We'll see if they actually talk about it. All right. These days, Destiny 2 literally has a fashion show, so I think we're long past the days of pretending Destiny isn't a massive flex of gear and those sweet, sweet dance moves. With more exotics on the way as we crush enemy hive ghosts with our bare hands, we wanted to give a little sneak peek at some of the new exotic armor that Guardians will be able to don and what sort of perks that come with them. Alright, surprising. I didn't know they were going to keep doing more exotic reveals. It's all fun and games in the Destiny class war until somebody takes it seriously, so without further ado, let's dive into what goodies all three classes have in store with a little additional insight from the developer team. So this is one we have not seen yet. We have not seen in terms of what it does. The Lorelei Splendor Helmet... Lorelei? Splendor Helmet for Titans is more than just a pretty face. It has the Cauterizing Flame perk that allows for sunspots to heal players when they have Sun Warrior. Critically wounded, no big. The perk also ensures that a sunspot is created in your location to give you that one last fighting chance with that quick grenade and melee ability recharge and longer supers, plus more damage, always a good thing. So okay, so this spawns a sunspot if you're critically wounded. That sounds pretty good. Okay, from the developer team. Playtest names Stag Spot Helm. The goal here was to embrace the awesome art and to give Sunspot players another choice besides Phoenix Cradle. So did they do the art first and then like figure out what it does later? It's interesting. Also, Sunspot players, you should be using what's the freaking giant shoulder ones that throw the grenades really fast? That's been my build for like half the season, and it's very fun. But it needs an ornament. I can't remember the name of those. Also, melee builds are becoming more popular, and this makes higher level difficulty melee more viable, at least in theory. Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. Right. Okay, another Titan thing. Wait, are they just doing all the exotics? All 6 of them? Alright. The Titan's Hoarfrost Z piece is nothing to scoff at, though this one takes a chillier approach to combat for stasis users with the Glacial Fortification perk. When a player uses stasis, it allows for a Titan's Barricade to become an impressive wall of stasis crystals. These crystals will slow any target that gets too close while also boosting a player and their fireteam's weapon reload speed, stability, and range. This was a team effort. The original idea was to replace barricades with just a single ice block, but Kevin Yanes and the ability team had some ideas and stuff lying around from Beyond Light for spawning crystals. To spice it up, we wanted to have it grant the new benefits of Rally Barricade, and then Yanes suggested that the spawned objects could just be a stasis version of Rally Barricade Window. It proved to be a ton of fun, and the rest is history. Yeah, I am definitely interested to try that one out for sure. These are the Warlock boots that they mentioned in the trailer. Okay, Warlocks, you're up. First up, let's talk about them legs, because Warlock mains have definitely been shouting out their love for the new Secant Filaments armor. With the Devouring Rift perk, these shiny walking sticks of power will grant a player Devour when they cast their Empowering Rift, allowing for damage from both allies and individual players, the ability to disrupt foes, but in style. This started as, what can we give Warlocks that would make Empowering Rift a more viable choice in Master Plus content? We figured the answer was, well, it probably is to heal you, and eventually we settled on what we called the Devouring Rift Pants. Overload was added to increase excitement and expand the options players had to build for various champion-enabled content. Wait, so these give you... Oh, disrupt foes. Oh, okay. So these, if you're in a rift, it'll give you the ability to disrupt people. So we've only seen this a couple of times. They made those hunter arms able to stun unstoppable champions. Is that the only other one? I can't remember. But so this is we might start seeing them give more exotic armor pieces anti-champion abilities innately, which is cool. So I like that as a concept. All right, next are the Osmiomancy gauntlets for Warlocks with the Fervid Cold Snap perk. This nifty look allows for Cold Snap grenades to have an additional charge that will recharge faster when it makes direct impact. The Seeker spawn from Cold Snap grenades also travels further to bonus. So additional charge. Does this mean 2 turrets if you have the aspect on? That was like a big question when they mentioned this before. Since Hunters had a Duskfield modifier and Titans had something like a Glacier modifier, it felt natural to give Warlock something for Cold Snap. Fun fact, the ground follow for this is so fast that we had a bug file to change how it acquired targets. The issue, a grenade thrown near a combatant's feet could spawn a ground follow that traveled through and behind an enemy, then turn around to come directly back to the Warlock by the time the VFX applied. It looked like the Cold Snaps were actively avoiding and hitting targets and speeding directly away instead. Thankfully, that shouldn't be an issue at launch. Yeah, I still have questions about turrets, unless I'm missing something. This is the new helmet. This is an Arc Strider helmet, even though it's purple, apparently. Don't worry, Hunters, I still have love for you despite the jokes. You've got some pretty cool gear on the way, including the Blight Ranger helm with Voltaic Mirror perk. Lightning Lovers, here's where your arc powers can truly shine. This perk allows players to redirect their arc staff and deal an increased amount of damage and orbs of power generation for all allies. Basically, get in there and do some damage. Sounds like a good time. Again, I've talked about this because keep in mind that all Hive are going to be casting supers, so that is potentially more use cases, and yet I always have a tough time believing that that is going to actually do much of anything. We wanted to make something for Arc Strider that leaned into an aspect of the super that doesn't normally get focused. There are players that love wielding other people's attacks, creatures, game pieces, etc. against them. This is for those people. Yeah, I believe that will be meta when I see it, but we'll see. These are some weird looking arms. Is that the Braytech and Black Armory symbol on them? That's interesting. Lastly, Hunters have also have the Renewal Grasp to look forward to with the Depths of Duskfield perk. This gives Guardians a much larger radius for their Duskfield grenades, while also nerfing incoming damage for allies within the Duskfield range. Any targets locked within that space will also deal a reduced amount of damage, so go out there and make those Hive cry. Stasis Hunters now have a sort of mini Silence and Squall they can deploy with a grenade. This gives Revenants the ability to play a more team-focused role or to play more of an aerial denial control game than they've been able to before. I don't know. That doesn't sound very good to me. And Duskfield's got the nerf where they don't pull things anymore. I don't know. Neither of these sound very good, honestly, for Hunters. Like, at least not compared to the other ones. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan, but I guess we'll see how they work in practice. I really want to know the lore behind these with the Braytech and Black Armory thing. So let's find that about. This is about bugs and release schedule, things like that, and a bunch of rewards that are going away, content vaulting, all this stuff. Yeah, this was good. The Arcane intro for Destiny 2, that was really good. I've not seen this. And something about Movie of the Week. All contributors to Movie of the Week must be listed in the description of the creation at the time it is selected, so you can't add people after the fact. We've been dealing with false claims for missing emblems. You jerks. Why would you do that? Some art. And, alright, so not the beefy boy TWAB last week's was. We figured a nice little recap would do well since we've had so much good stuff drop this week. Seeing everyone's excitement after the Vidoc went live was a whirlwind for the team, causing a rush of joy and excitement to completely take over the studio. We have so much we can't wait to tell you and show you. One more light TWAB until the Witch Queen arrives, and then it's about to go down. Are you ready? I should go. Yippee. That was bigger than they're giving it credit for. I mean, that was not small. We got legendary campaign stuff, and we got all of the exotics listed, even though I don't like the hunter ones, but at least that's a good amount of information. We still have at least a handful of exotic weapons we haven't seen, but I really want this helmet. This is probably the most interesting sounding one to me, honestly, given how much I like sunspots. And curious to use the stasis one. This giving you Devour on every rift seems really good. This one, if you could make double turrets with it, or if the cold snap grenades are just like truly insane, that could be cool, but we'll see. And then these do not sound amazing. Unless I am totally missing some use cases here. They got to unnerf Duskfield. Like, you really have to. That was such a bad change. Whatever. Anyway, that is the TWAB, and we will see what... I'm not making any predictions for Friday Reset. No predictions. Some people were saying that, who knows, maybe they'll do the exorcism over a weekend. Not predicting that. Not at all. So I guess we'll see. But all right, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.